What up, fam? I did not walk today. I might walk this evening though. It looks like we might rain, but I walk in the rain just as long as it ain't too bad, right? It's been a busy few days, but it's been a good past few days, right? I've gotten to enjoy some self-care time on Tuesday. I think that's my new mental health self-care day. But in addition to that, when I'm like thrown out of my routine with self care, because self care sometimes can throw us out of our routine if it's the non disciplined version of self care, which makes me realize I need to take a pause. Like, self care is not just splurging, right? Oh, I like to binge a show that I love, so I'm gonna binge this. Oh, I really like to eat here, but it's expensive, so I'm gonna eat here. Ooh, I love massages. I'm gonna get a massage today and pay for that. Ooh, I'm gonna go out and go sailing, which is what I did on Tuesday. Self care is also a disciplined routine to prioritize the things that you need to be the best version of yourself. So, like sleep, right? Food. I forgot to eat today, right? Because I've been doing so much. I just got back into the classroom yesterday, teaching a multicultural class at a local university here for master's students in counseling. And then today I was looking at some new office spaces for my counseling and consulting work. It's been a lot of good vibes. It's been some great energy, but it's been a lot of go, go, go. So I've been a little out of my routine. Didn't get to wake up in the morning and walk. And I realized it's like notably past lunch and I haven't eaten, right? Um, so that is part of self care, right? But I'm over here thinking about how I'm able to prioritize my needs in this way that I work now, right? In the past, I fought and fought and fought for some respect, some acknowledgement, some recognition, some autonomy so that I could work the way that I want to work, so I could do the things I need to do. So, one example is back in my corporate career, right? I might take a few bites of this because I'm actually pretty hungry. If you want to look, check it out because this will actually kind of work into the story of now I think about it probably. Just a little homemade bulgogi bowl with leftovers, right? Steak that I cooked on Saturday. Today is Thursday, but that thing is still good. I don't care what y'all say. Put some seasoning on it that I wanted, some green onions, some sticky rice, a fried egg, medium fried, right? Some good kimchi and some bunch of sriracha, right? So this was all stuff that I had laying around in the house. We're creative. Us neurodivergent folks, we tend to be hyper creative. The majority of entertainers, artists, authors, all neurodivergent. That's a theory, but I think we can validate that, right? We see a lot of them, a lot of those folks, entertainers and authors, creative folks, come out, talk about the neurodivergence, and it's pretty clear if you're a trained professional like I am, or some other folks, or you're just very familiar with it. Anyway, working at this other gig that I had right a while back, and this was when I was in my corporate role. It was like a sales kind of thing, and so that whole like capitalist mentality of you have to grow, grow, grow. It's always expanding. It's never good enough. You got to keep doing more and more and more. You can't just stay in a certain area. It's got to get bigger. It's got to be better. It's got to be more. That is very hyper present in sales cultures, right? So my way that I work is I'm really more of a relationship builder. I take time to talk to you, to understand your business, your needs. Does this solution or solutions that I'm representing at that time, does it even make sense? Or does it make sense now? Maybe we just need to talk later. But that takes a while. They don't know me. I don't know them. We got to get to know each other. So I didn't have as many dials. Maybe I only had about 30 dials. They wanted you to have about 70. But I also spent more than probably like an hour and a half longer on the phone than other people did, even though I had less than half the dials that they had. And that became a problem, even though I was hitting my numbers for sales. So I had this manager. He was a nice guy, man. He sat me down and he was like, you know, Wes, I mean, you're doing good. You're doing good, right? Uh, I just think that you could do a lot better. I mean, look at the average number of dials of people on a team. I mean, hey, hey, guy, if you were hitting this, oh my gosh, imagine where you would be at, right? So he was saying this, and not my mind just kind of blanking because I know where this is going. We're about the same age too, and so I looked at him. He was an NBA fan. This was years ago. This was like 2013, 2012. And I said, okay, all right, man. What if you were the coach of the Lakers at that point in time, and you came up to Shaq and you said, Shaq, man, your game is great. Really love the way you get those rebounds, way you just yoking on folks like that. That's cool. But what if you could hit that 3 pointer like Kobe? Man, imagine how many more points you could score. Then people are trying to guard you at the perimeter, and then they're trying to hit you at the lane too. You got to learn that three-pointer. Three-pointer is not Shaq's game, right? Or if you did vice versa to Kobe and told him to go down low in the post like Shaq, that's not his game, right? A lot of times we get in these work situations and we have managers who don't respect the ways that people work. There's diversity in the ways that people work. And that's really what neurodiversity is really about, y'all, right? So as neurodivergent folks, we tend to be very relationship oriented, especially like ADHD folks, because we see this hyper context. We're hyper contextual. So we see a lot of context. We can connect patterns really well. I'm really good at pattern recognition and social psychological patterns I see in people. This is why I'm a good counselor, which is why I'm a good consultant. The other thing is we tend to be creative, we tend to be good off the cuff. Yesterday, I had this situation where I was supposed to write a syllabus for this master's level counseling accredited class, right? This is an accredited counseling program for master's level clinicians. We need more clinicians. I didn't get my email for this campus until 3 hours before class, which means I can't operate and log into the online system, Blackboard, that they use to manage the class. And you know what? I'm not going to write a syllabus. I'm not going to do all the work that's required for writing a syllabus when I don't have what I need. Now, I'm not mad about it or anything. Some people be nervous. I'm like, I'm just not doing it. Went to class, told them straight up what the situation is. But then I also made it a collaborative learning environment. We built the syllabus together as a class. We built the assignments as a class. The students had some better ideas than I did. As long as we made those assignments work within the objectives of the class and they met those accreditation standards, hey, it worked. As long as they were getting what I think that they needed to get out of that class, because I am the instructor. But you know what was different there? I was able to work the way that I wanted to work. I was able to prioritize my strengths and my needs. Why are we working for people, for places that don't respect us, that don't, I don't even want to say tolerate, it's not about tolerate, that don't embrace the differences that their team brings? And for leaders, why do we put up with leaders, alleged leaders, who think that there's only one way to be, that only look at their perspective, that don't try to meet people where they're at? We got to prioritize ourselves, whether it's being creative and making up a good meal on the spot, or I don't know, just saying F the system. Hey, I drink to that.